it's what you're actually achieving. Sometimes it takes its toll. I think against Dundee United, I think it was, that I thought he had an off day that day, and the main thing is, Jock, that he's back playing, continuing the team, and he can put it right.
So we're all set for the start. The referee, as you saw there, Hugh Dallas, Scotland's top referee, the fourth official at the World Cup final between Brazil and Germany, and he will officiate this afternoon with Livingston all set to get us underway. These opening stages, of course, as usual, will be very important indeed, especially I think for this Livingston side enjoying such a good spell of form and buoyed up by that great win in midweek at Aberdeen when they went into the semi-final of the CIS Cup. Confirmation straight away that Celtic have gone into that 4-4-2 formation, which we anticipated, and also that Livingston are in a 3-5-2 at the start of the match. Here's Bobo Balde and Jackie McNamara skippering the side here from right back. Oscar Rubio, key man in defence, will have a task to look after Sutton and Larsson up front this afternoon. Ball seemed to go out. No, the linesman's happy. It's still in play. Balde under pressure there. That perhaps is indicative of the way in which Livingston have gone about their business in recent weeks. Pasquinelli and Lilly putting the Celtic defender under pressure. Here's Michael Gray on loan from Sunderland. Larsson and Sutton combine, and on the touchline, Alan Thompson. Andrews with that towering header away, and that's a trademark for him. Now, Livingston, of course, took great encouragement, I think, Joe, from their performance against Rangers just that short time ago when we were here.
I think the manner in which they went about it is similar to what they'll need to approach it today. As a team, they closed down Glasgow Rangers, never gave them a second on the ball, and I think that is the only way to approach a team that is superior to you.
Stop shot in there from Larsson. Very tight angle indeed, not likely to trouble Roddy McKenzie in goal. Former Hearts goalkeeper enjoying a very good spell of form as the last line of defence for Livingston. So Livingston with only one defeat since the 20th of September. That was against Hearts at Tynecastle. And apart from that, 10 other matches undefeated. So a good pedigree for the match. Here's Michael Gray. Sutton moving wide. Tackle came from Barado. Petrov along with Lennon in the engine room for Celtic. Larsson to Sutton. Good movement offered by McNamara. And a fine save by McKenzie. Great play from Celtic. A lot of credit due to Jackie McNamara there for that overlapping run.
As I said at the beginning of the game, Jock, I think this will be something that will be apparent throughout the 90 minutes. Both fullbacks getting up there, and McNamara is just supporting his front men and getting in a position which gives him a goal-scoring shot, and he should have actually done a little bit better than that.
That's Lilly back helping in defence for Livingston. This is Varga. Thompson again. Celtic always a threat inside the area with Sutton and Larsson. Quite apart from the big central defenders who go forward. Gray, very sprightly indeed. So too is Larsson. That was well defended by Livingston. Good marking by Rubio on Sutton inside the area. Celtic starting quickly, Joe, and not messing about.
I think they've made perfectly clear their intentions this afternoon. They're going to take the game to Livingston. I mean, they're coming into this period here with a lot of confidence, and rightly so. They have got a lot of options. Not only and 11 to start, but on the bench. But it was mentioned there about Livingston taking the game to Celtic, and I think that's very difficult when the game kicks off, because Celtic are such a powerful team. Other than the quality on the ball, they are, they're a team that is full of confidence, a team of belief, and they are going to take the game to Livingston. They're going to try and get an early goal.
Offside decision against Derek Lilly, giving the free kick to Celtic. Here's Petrov. Michael Gray calling for the ball on the far side. He'll want to make a big impression. Target here is Sutton, but that's tailor-made for Andrews. Here's McNamara again. Good possession play from Celtic. Here's the handball against Sutton as he jumped the chest that away. And already on the Livingston bench, Billy Kirkwood is out with some tinkering with the tactics, especially on the far side of the field.
I think at this moment, Joe, tinkering with the tactics is something that you can maybe give them some information, but I think basically what they have got to do at the moment, Livingston, is get as tight as they possibly can with the nearest Celtic jersey that's to them. Make sure that he doesn't have time on the ball, because Celtic are moving the ball very, very neat and tidily.
Free kick taken quickly there by McAllister to O'Brien. McNamee running straight into Alan Thompson. Problem here now in the counter for Celtic. Here's Larsson, and cleared off the line. A miraculous clearance off the line. Well, David McNamee, who was in trouble initially and lost possession,
fantastic,
all the way back there to make that clearing save.
Yeah, just sorry to interrupt you, Joe. That was a fantastic move there by Celtic on the break. And Larsson, I thought initially was going to go with his head, but I think McKenzie closed him down that quickly.
So the corner kick taken by Thompson. A little stumble in the way. A life, no question there for Livingston. This is Liam Miller. And Derek Lilly showing his willingness to carry out defensive chores for Livingston. Everyone's back on the Levy side to defend this corner kick. Rory McKenzie fumbled but recovered quickly enough. Well, a major let off that without question for Livingston. McNamee running into trouble there, straight into the massive figure of Varga. It really is a tense time this for Livingston. They're really having to dig in hard, Joe, to survive.
They're playing against a team that's come out the traps very quickly, shown their intentions, and they've put it into practice. They've already in the first period of the game had two good chances, McNamara and that one there by Larsson. But it's not just that, Joe, it's the way they're going about it. It's not just the chances, it's the way that they're playing the game. You know, they are so confident, so positive in their approach.
Back it comes to Lennon. McNamara's free on the right hand side. Ruyo did well getting across to him. Miller showing himself to receive the throw. This is McNamara. Balde will have to go the way back to his keeper. It's good hustling play there by Pasquinelli. And free kick given there for the challenge by Lilly on Varga. I think trying to offset that massive height deficit, Derek Lilly. Sutton did well. This is McNamara again, seeing a lot of the ball in the early stages. Careless one by Lennon. O'Brien. Keano. This is Lovell. And he closed down very quickly there by Gray, but resisted the challenge well. Here's Keano again. The option on the left is McAllister. Good play by Keano. Well, that will give Livingston some encouragement, showing a lot of confidence there in possession. Spaniard.
That's the first time Livingston have really got any sort of passing movement going, and they did it as tight and as neatly as Celtic have done their approach work. And Keano finished off with a shot just over the bar, but I think the initial build-up will give them a lot of confidence.
It's well won by Lily. The interception made by Balde. The target again is Sutton. Rubio did well, but it's Larsson who picks up the scraps. That wasn't far away from Henrik Larsson.
It's not the first time that Larsson's got on to the pieces from Sutton there, and his intentions is just perfectly clear that he's went for that top right left-hand corner, and you know, you got this partnership that scored over 30 goals, and you can see in the first few minutes why it's come to that. You know, they do work well as a pair when they're up there, and the occasions when Hartson's been up there with Larsson, you have this permutation that gels so well, whoever the front pairing are.
Good play again by Larsson for McNamara, who's seeing a lot of the ball early on. Scrambled away there again this time by a combination of Andrews and McNamee.
I think it'll be a difficult job for the two wide men of Livingston to get forward, and I think Martin O'Neill has put this into his equation today when he's been assessing his tactics and his team formation. I don't think he's going to allow at any stage the two wide men of Livingston to get forward. I think they're going to be penned back. They'll end up playing with a 5 at the back there as against a 3 in the way that Livingston would want it to be played.
Good running by O'Brien. The offside flag is up. Pasquinelli really should have been holding back there. Not much doubt about that decision, but he really had the chance to look along the line, Joe.
I couldn't agree more, and it was silly really, because he has a clear view. He can assess his line from Balde there, but he's anticipated and just been too impatient really to get forward there, because that would have been in a very good position to get a break on against the Celtic who pushed forward.
Good tussle that, Andrews and Sutton. I think Livingston might be feeling a little bit happy about the fact they survived that opening onslaught.
It's important when they get in possession, as they've done on one or two occasions, to get a bit of possession, because they have been on the receiving end of a very bright Celtic start, and they want to really get themselves into the game. Can't give the ball away easily. They've got to try and get the passes going and just try to take the sting out of the game a little bit.
Thompson looking for Larsson. Covering player was Dorado. Frenchman. The back three. A Frenchman, a Trinidadian and a Spaniard. Back three. The layoff is astray. McNamara is on the ball and tidying up work done by Andrews. Strong play by Miller. This is Sutton. Now the referee goes across and indicates, I think, a corner kick. Awarded with Jamie McAllister in the process.
Well, I think McAllister was just trying to be too clever there, and I think there was a couple of fouls there. Sutton actually fell at the last minute, which really had a bad slant on it, but he's awarded a corner kick in the end.
Did it look a corner? Well, that's a free kick, but he's given a corner. Balde at the far post with Andrews. McNamara puts it back into the penalty area. Thompson still on the right hand side. In goes Balde with a powerful head up. Came in the blind side there, wasn't picked up. Well, remember you can text your man of the match to 88122 and see if your vote matches that of Joe Jordan here. And you'll enter a free prize draw if you are the lucky winner. And we're also keen to have your thoughts on the match by email. So feel free to convey any thoughts, ideas, opinions to football@setanta.com, and we'll be happy to pass these on. Views, thoughts and questions we want, and we'll be happy to talk about these later in the match. Here's Jackie McNamara with Alan Thompson. Long range. Deflection could have been dangerous, but it just gives a corner kick to Celtic. The pressure is relentless. Still in Petrov as ever on the left hand side for the corner. Celtic generally preferring in swingers. That's helped on by Varga. And was won at the far post there by O'Brien.
It's a lovely little touch. It's a great little corner kick there, and there's so many Livingston bodies in there, and it needed to be, because that was now ended up from Vargas' flick on a very dangerous area.
Thompson again looking for the same flick on from Varga. It worked again, but this time comfortably taken by Roddy McKenzie in goal. Varga forced to play that by the arrival of Derek Lilly. And good play by Keno. This is McNamee. Misunderstanding with Keno, and possession back with Celtic, although that's a good challenge by Dorado on Larson. Another start of his career at Paris Saint-Germain. Good pedigree. What can Livingston do here, Joe, to try and change the run of play here?
I don't think they can do much other than get tight with the Celtic players and deny them space. There was one incident in Dorado there who was as tight to Larson as you could possibly get, and that's the way that they'll need to play it. I mean, I think they've got to just to make themselves as uncomfortable as they possibly can on the Celtic and try and play on the break.
Thomas's long ball in. Mackenzie's committed. He did just enough there. This is Lennon with O'Brien. Good control there from Lennon.
Sometimes, Jock, you've just got to accept that the team that you're playing are better than you in certain ways. In Celtic, I think man for man are a better team, and I think Davy Hay and his backroom staff will have to take that into account. And when you find yourself up against a formidable foe like that, you've got to make sure that when they do play, they've got to play under the restrictions that you put on them, which is to close them down and make sure they don't have time on the ball.
David McNamee did a solo in there in that clash with Michael Drake, and McNamee had doubt before the match with a wrist injury, but in his usual place. This is O'Brien. Good natural left side, Burton O'Brien. And Lars goes back to retrieve for Celtic. Careless one by Miller.
Yeah, it was a careless one, but it was good play by Livingston. The pressure they put on him, the hustling they did, that's why they've won possession, and now they're starting to play a little bit.
Chance there by Derek Lilly. What a good challenge it was by Balde, who's holding his back there after the challenge. Still Livingston on the attack. Sutton and Larsson together. And Rubio stood up well to Larsson. McAllister. As well, one there by Varga for Miller. This is Thompson. Sutton goes off to the left, followed by Dorado. Good tackle there by Dorado, right in front of the referee, who saw nothing amiss. Sutton again involved, looking here for Larsson. Thompson goes inside, wants the ball played short. It's a good ball across. None of the supporting players able to get there for Celtic. Foul by Sutton, and Andrews eased him off the ball. Free kick to Livingston.
Well, it's one of the few times at the start of this game where Sutton hasn't been in front of his marker there, and there's no question that was a free kick. But generally speaking, Sutton has stood in front of whatever one of the back three has been marking him and been in a position to take the ball in. In that occasion there, it was well read by the Livingston defender.
Well, it was a clear foul that by Varga. I think referee Dallas was trying to allow an advantage for Pasquinelli, and they realised there was no advantage. Good bit of refereeing that. The arm was right across Pasquinelli's shoulder there. So Jamie McAllister will take the free kick. And Petrov leads the counter-attack. Space again found by Alan Thompson on the left. Sutton to Thompson, couldn't take it the way he intended, and that's sharp goalkeeping by Mackenzie. Well, a quarter of the match gone, and the manager David Hay there, I think, should be very relieved to find his team still on level terms and with a big chance in this match. I'm preferring the view from up top, Joe.
I think the first 45 minutes, well, Davy's been there in that position as a general manager and seen the game, and I'm sure he's through his experience he's decided that's where he gets a better view. But maybe in the second half you maybe see him coming down nearer his troops. But I'm not against the idea. I mean, some people are going on the touchline for the 90 minutes and some for 45, and so me personally, I like to be on the touchline, but you do, without a shadow of a doubt, get a better view from upstairs, and you can take that down to the dressing room at half-time and see them.
Again, a flick on from Varga. This is Sutton. Well tackled again by Rubio, who's done well in defence for Livingston. So it's the David Hale lieutenants, Alan Preston and Billy Kirkwood, who are urging them on from the touchline.
Again, a simple thing, but Pasquinelli there just putting pressure on Baldi, and there we have Livingston. Okay, it's just a throw-in, but they have possession again. They've got to retain this possession, don't give it away easily, try and get the passing going again, and try and play the game for a period of time at their momentum.
Credit though to Livingston, they really have dug in hard in that opening spell to survive, and now they're trying to create something of their own. Confidence will have been enhanced a bit too, Joe, with that start. Now they've got a problem perhaps with Larsson on the break. Petrov ahead of him, perhaps going offside. Larsson's pass perhaps a touch heavy, and it was kept in well by Miller, but Mackenzie was there for Livingston. And once again, the defence has survived.
I think Roddy Mackenzie must have given a good little shout there just to help out his defenders there, and I think you know, he'll be an important player in this this match. He has had decisions to make already, and coming out, taking crosses, coming out and blocking players, and so far he's got them all right. But he, from now until the end of the game, especially at set pieces, will have a lot of decision making to do when to come for whether it's a free kick or a corner kick.
Pasquinelli's header collected easily there by Miller. We're used to seeing Celtic play this 3-5-2 formation, Joe. Now it's a 4-4-2. What do you think of that? How do you think it's worked out?
I think they've done well. I think they've got forward, they have progressed well, they have made chances. So far they've just failed to take them. But I've got to say that Martin has in the past been pretty restrictive to the way that he set up his team, not just in Scotland but also in England. But I think he has players. You pick formations, joke to the players you have at your availability, and I think now with one or two of the young players coming through as well, he does have options, not only in the personnel but in the manner in which he plays the game.
And options also by men like Jackie McNamara, the longest serving player here, who is so versatile, been playing so many positions. International position right back this afternoon. Lennon switching the play well to the left for Thompson. That's for Petrov. Not doing better about that run. He's brought down in the end though by Keno. That's a free kick.
I think initially, Joe, you're talking about letting it run. I think his touch let him down a little bit, and it resulted in being awarded that free kick. But it was a great ball played in through to him by Thompson, who had come in field, and really Petrov, if his touch had been better, would have been in on goals.
Well, opportunity here from the set piece. The angle's right for Henrik Larsson.
Yeah, I think so. You've got Thompson there, but I think Larsson coming on his right. I think he could be the option.
Baldi and Varga not in the box, suggesting this has been redirect straight on goal. Well, they don't always come off. Larsson clearly will be forgiven that in the light of his incredible scoring record for Celtic. Amazing figures too for Celtic this season. 14 matches, 46 goals for and only 5 against. That really tells the whole story, doesn't it?
Well, it tells you not only can they score goals, but as a team they press that far forward and dominate the game. They put the opposition under so much pressure that the opposition very rarely get a chance to score a goal. And it's a great way to play, but to do that job you've got to have a lot of belief, and belief comes from that statistics you mentioned, scoring goals, and from there winning games.
Free kick's taken too quickly there by Pasquinelli. Couldn't really expect to get away with that. Well, Livingston were stung by that 5-1 defeat early part of the season at Celtic Park. But they don't give away goals easily either. Only 10 lost in their other 13 matches, and 3 of these were at Tynecastle against Hearts. Wasn't a bad one, just missed out Burton O'Brien and allowed Petrov to take possession. Good movement, offered ahead by Thompson to take Larsson's pass. Some space for Livingston coming forward. McAllister wants the ball on the left-hand side. Well, it had to be beyond Jackie McNamara for Lily, and it wasn't, so Celtic are back in possession, albeit briefly. Joining in again, looking for Sutton. a delay in any movement here from the Celtic players. That's making it difficult for Mike Lamara, but certainly eventually springs to life, and he is penalised for a handoff.
I think in that area, Sutton normally, as was seen there, the man that they try and to build off there, and Sutton has just get caught up here in a bit of a wrestling match, and his decision's gone against him. But he is such an important figure there, whether he's in middle of the park or playing up front. He is a player, especially when the Celtic players are looking at to hit it from the back. He's going to bring the midfield players in, and he does it so well, so consistent.
Half-hour mark with no goals scored as yet, and Livingston no doubt feeling they're in this match with a real chance, having survived early on. And that onslaught from Celtic was pretty relentless. That's well played by Mackenzie. He has grown in confidence too. Spent a long time at Hearts, 8 years in all, without really establishing himself. Now here's Larsson. Celtic can afford to be patient. Good hustling play by Livingston. They're not prepared to stand back, and applauded in fact by Billy Kirkwood, Alan Preston, the coaches down below us, for that real bit of work to put pressure on the Celtic players in possession.
And rightly so. No, they'll get a little bit of confidence and belief from the first 30 minutes into their play. They've been under the cosh a little bit, and Celtic have made chances, but they've still managed to keep a clean sheet. And I think they've come into the game more slightly as the game has went on. I think it's important when the likes of Lily and Pasquinelli, when the ball comes up today, that they two players hold the ball, and then Livingston can start playing in the opposition's area for a short period of time and take the pressure off the back three.
Michael Gray always keen to go forward like this. And another tough challenge there, but the referee has adjudged that to be a free kick.
Well, it's an area that Michael Gray loves to get into there, and Gerrard has just come in here and he's just timed it slightly off the mark, really missed the ball.
I wonder if the short ball to Varga may be on again, though this time he's gone to the far post, and there he is, almost in space. Wasn't picked up. Edmund going to rear touch the ball. Remember, you can text man and the player name to 88122, and if you match the decision made by Joe Jordan later in the match, you'll enter a free prize draw, so take that opportunity. Sutton trying to turn once again. The three central defenders very alert for Livingston. Just out of reach for Lily, that would have been promising. Around the houses, Derek Lily, in terms of clubs. Morton to Leeds to Oxford United. Dundee United then, and remember we're looking for your views, thoughts and questions, so you can email these to football@setanta.com. We'll be happy to discuss some of these later on in the match. Well, the work ethic without question is paying off for Livingston as the first half wears on.
Yeah, they've knocked Celtic's rhythm. They've prevented Celtic from getting that continuity of passes, and I'm a great believer in someone like Sutton. If you can prevent the balls getting up to those two players, especially him, and linking off those two players, you can really stunt the growth of the build-up into the Celtic game.
The Celtic have a throw. Once again, good marking by Dorado and Larsson. That's a good turn by Petrov. Can he keep it in play? Only just, but for the benefit of Kino. Bad clearance. Very difficult for Larsson. clear foul by Miller, no question about that. Looking at the man, not the ball. Good positive play by Jimmy McAllister though. Valde is stronger to the ball than Pasquinelli, who thought he was fouled. The referee didn't agree. Michael Gray comes forward. Another aspect of this to remember to Joe is that Celtic, with all the possession, all the pressure early on, cut out too many clear-cut chances.
I think the first 10-15 minutes there was one or two which you would expect from a Celtic team in the form they're in and with the attitude they come into this game with. But since then, no, opportunities have been few and far between, and that has really been down to the resilience of Livingston, hard work, commitment to the task, and they haven't really waned at all. They've kept it up.
Rubio's header out. O'Brien looking for Pasquinelli long. Can he hold this up against Balde? No. The Celtic strong man at the back goes across, positive fashion.
That's an area where Davy Hale tried to impress upon his team at half-time, is Pasquinelli and Lilly getting a hold of the ball. These balls that are coming up, one or two of them have not been too bad, quality balls, and holding in the ball until they can get support from especially the middle three. That's an area where they can build from.
Miller drifting more and more inside to the central area in midfield. Still held up by Larson for McNamara. Miller to Sutton. Thompson is Gray breaking on the left. Well, pretty still all the way back there by McNamee. Very determined play from Livingston. Now this corner kick, the last two or three have all been aimed at Varga at the near post for a flick on. He's going to the same position again. I wonder what Livingston may do about that. This time he's missed out and Rubio gets his head to the ball. Offside flag up against Sutton as the head flick came from Larson. Frustration there in the face of Chris Sutton. The linesman certainly reacted very quickly indeed to that. Bad clearance, here's Pasquinelli. Followed by Balde. And Bobo Balde was spoken to by referee Dallas.
Just looking at it, initially came from Vardy's untidy defending, really resulted in having to make that challenge, and initially I thought he had the pace to go with Pasquinelli there, but as it turned out he fouled him. Now I think he's lucky Balde to get away without getting a yellow card.
This time it's Livingston have pushed the big men forward. Ravenand is signalling to the ball. Dorado is there also. Rubio is up. Martin O'Brien with the free kick. Away. Balde again. Lovell complaining that he didn't get a call from McAllister behind, who would have been able to take that comfortably, keep the ball going forward. Good play by Lovell. This is O'Brien. Nothing happening yet on the right. McNamee getting forward now. This is Dorado. Good movement offered by Lilly. Neat play by Keno. Lovell under pressure there. Lannan tidies up in midfield for Celtic. This is Miller. Petrov. Brought down by McAllister. The referee's having a word with Keno. Was it Keno who brought him down, or was it something earlier.
Well, I think it was a combination. I think the final touch came from Keano there, but Mr. Dallas has been as sympathetic to Keano as he was in the early part there to Baldy. I think he's brought it equal measures to both parties.
That's what we all want, a bit of justice, equal treatment. Here's Thompson on the angle. Almost identical to Larsson's effort earlier on. Just a little bit of frustration perhaps creeping into the Celtic play now. They've had so much possession early in the game and haven't made it count.
I've got to say that Livingston, over the last 10-15 minutes, they've looked solid. You know, the back three and well, it's a back five with the two full-backs limited in their ability to push forward, but they have looked solid. They've prevented what I thought was an area that Celtic would exploit in getting McNamara down and Gray down to support Thompson and Miller, and they did it initially, but as the game has progressed, Livingston they've nullified that a little bit.
Well, now seeing evidence, of course, of the Livingston midfield, which was really pretty well absent in the opening 15 minutes or so, but now in the game, here's Larsson though with a chance to break, inviting a rash tackle, and Livingston resisted that temptation. Stayed on their feet. Good defending that by Livingston. There will be a hold up here. A bit of treatment required for Alan Thompson, I think.
You're right, Jock. It was good defending here, because Larsson is the last man in this pitch you would want a 1v1, and the ball has broken there to Thompson, a 50-50. Purely accidental, but both players going in for it, and I think he's caught a few studs there.
Food for thought for Martin O'Neill. The last thing I'm sure he wants is a tough conclusion to this match with Lyon in mind for midweek.
I'm sure he would like to have a goal or two up at this stage, and maybe even in the second half introduce some of the players that are on the bench and giving them some time and just try and balance the 90 minutes throughout, especially his front guys. You know, you have Hearts in there on the bench, and you've got Maloney as well, so if the game was as such that they thought that he could put it to bed with the result with that 1 or 2 goals advantage or increasing it, but that's not been the case.
And Thompson going off is not good news either, because he's had some injury troubles, and we'll certainly want him for midweek.
Yes, for his general play, and although it's not been too much on show today, set pieces normally they've been so good with the delivery.
Gray's cross, a bit of barging inside the area by Liam Miller on McAllister. Free kick it is to Livingston, and Alan Thompson doesn't look entirely comfortable at all yet. I'm sure he'll survive to half-time, but I'm sure that injury also very carefully monitored.
I think it was a kick, Joke. I think he took some studs there, and if that is the case, I think he'll be okay. As long as it's not ligament damage, I think Martin O'Neill would want him to carry on and give him that width.
Pass there from McAllister, asking a lot of Pasquinelli, but he did force Baldy to play the ball. That was important for Livingston, and Baldy's landed badly in his hand, I think. Is this the first corner of the match for Livingston? I think it's the second, actually, but not too many anyway. Here's Larsson on his own for the moment, and brought down by McAllister. Now that's perhaps what the pros might call a good foul.
It certainly was, because Celtic, in the early part of the game, did catch Livingston on the break. But as you can see now, the formation's back there. You get the 3 centre-backs there and the 2 full-backs, giving the Livingston 5 at the back and preventing Celtic really to exploit them in any way.
That's for Sutton, and he couldn't do anything with that under pressure from Dorado. Well, this is developing, Joe, a fascinating contest.
It is. It's not going to the script that maybe the bookies would have really forecasted. The way that Celtic have been scoring goals home and away, Livingston have restricted them to no goals and very few chances, and that, I think, is that the game stands at this moment in time. They'll be so optimistic in respect to the second half by the manner in which, not just the fact that they've got a clean sheet, but it's the way they went about it. You know, other than that first part of the match, they've looked reasonably comfortable, and they've competed with Celtic in each department. And I think if you are going to be a little bit greedy, let's say, I think David would just like them to progress a little bit as they go up the field and try and get maybe the odd goal opportunity.
Most likely consider the fact they have put so much energy into this performance. You wonder if they can maintain that for 90 minutes.
Yeah, that is a factor. That is down at the end of it. Not just the fitness, but the grit and determination and desire, and that will be called upon, no question.
Concentration mentality, yes. A free kick given away there by Varga. A late opportunity in the first half here for Livingston to attempt to snatch a lead. Jamie McAllister comes across to use his left foot. Well, Magnus Hedman, I don't recall having a save to make so far in the first half. So will he be tested now? No doubt about effort at all. In fact, Hedman did touch it over. It wasn't going in, but Hedman took no chances.
Well, it's quite a way out this strike. As you say, that is the first touch that Hedman has had to make, and it came with a lot of ferocity to that shot. But it is a little reminder that there are two teams playing here, and Hedman will take note as he is at this moment with the president Pasquinelli very close to him.
Well, at the stoppage time now, that's headed away by Sun, and it's the end of a very tensely fought first half. Quite remarkable the way in which the confidence which may have been lacking a little bit of Livingston at the start, surely now I suspect will have grown enormously after that first half performance, and their faith also in their manager's tactics, I think, would also have grown to some extent, because David Hay with his lieutenants Alan Preston and Billy Kirkwood certainly appears to have got things right in the first half, Joe.
Without a doubt, and that word confidence, which has been spoken about quite a lot, it is a fantastic thing. You have actually two teams here who are playing with a bit of confidence, but I think Celtic will find themselves a little bit frustrated with the first 45, where they started so well and then just petered off a little bit. But I think that's down to the opposition. I think you've got to give Livingston credit in the manner in which they went about the game. Endured that little bit of pressure early doors and came through it, and now we're looking, and I'm sure their manager's looking for them to maintain the same sort of resilience, but to push forward and see if they can create a chance.
And I wonder if at any stage there may be some question of switching back to the old familiar tactics of 3-5-2. Just to change things a bit, but I think for the first 15 minutes or so we might see what we saw in the first half in terms of pattern of play.
Talking about the actual formation of the Celtic line-up there, I think if Celtic are going to get any joy in the 4-4-2 situation, players like Miller and Thompson really have got to be asked to bring in their two full-backs, to come in a little bit infield and get the players like Gray, McNamara, which they did early doors, but they failed to do that in the last, I would say, the last 20-25 minutes.
So Sutton escorted the safety there. He complained that he was being held off illegally by Dorado. The referee Hugh Dallas was not interested. I suspect also the message from the Livingston management might have been to be absolutely concentrated early on in this second half and not to give anything away in the first 5 minutes and thus undo the good work of the first half.
Well, what Livingston have
there's Pasquinelli trying to break. Was he brought down? Well, the referee went down, and he's also whistled, and he's whistled no, he hasn't. It looked to be a clear foul of Pasquinelli by McNamara, but Hugh Dallas couldn't see that because he himself had slipped and was on the ground.
Yeah, he got it wrong there, but through no fault of his own. I think he was distracted there when he was trying to retain his balance after that little trip.
It's a bit of a bad break that for Livingston in the first attack of the second half. Here's Michael Gray though for Celtic. Good tackle by Kino on Petrov, matching his run. That's a good turn by Thompson. Oh, Sutton's turned brilliantly! 1-0 to Celtic! The very start Livingston were desperate to avoid, and Sutton eases the pressure for Celtic.
It's a great ball played in here to Sutton, and he's turned him, he's used his body. Rubio really has got too tight with him, and he's allowed Sutton to turn him. You've got to admire the touch. He set himself up and put it into the left-hand corner.
Well, this really is top-class play from a top-class centre-forward. And Roddy McKenzie had no chance at all with that finish. That really does change things substantially for Livingston. And I wonder just what kind of deflating effect it might have too, Joe, with a good first half performance now nullified to some extent by Celtic's opening goal.
Well, surely they can't let all that hard work, all that good play, especially defensively, go to waste. There has been an error in judgment here, and as a result in Sutton, along with the good play of Sutton, the ball was played in. Don't let's all put it down to one slight error of Livingston at the back. It was good play with Celtic, but Livingston themselves have played well, put a lot into the game, and they've got to get their heads up, get going again, and go about this particular 40.
Maybe he certainly will be particularly upset about that, and he may well be particularly upset about the fact that referee Dallas hit the deck and didn't see a free kick which should have been given to Livingston just about a minute before.
It is, but these things happen, and what you don't want to lose is concentration, and if that was the effect that came on Livingston players, then they're slightly at fault as well. You can't blame the referee and not giving something that he didn't really see, but I just thought it was a little bit slack defensively for Livingston and good quality play by Celtic.
Another question I have is whether or not an assistant referee could have helped him out on that occasion when he was clearly incapacitated. There didn't seem to be any involvement with the other officials. There's Sutton again. Rubio may have thought actually for that goal that he would, by trying to protect Sutton turning onto his stronger right side, he was defending quite well.
Yeah, he's allowed him to be used, Jock. He got too tight there. Sutton could feel him. He knew where he was, and he's a big strong guy, but what was the most important thing I thought was the touch. He had his body like side on as he took it round, got the half yard, and then it was an excellent finish, really in the bottom corner there. Roddy McKenzie, no chance whatsoever.
Rubio's header. Safety first from Marvin Andrews, and quite correctly so. Varga strong there against Pasquinelli. It's my imagination, but I do see a slight flattening of the Livingston performance since that goal went in. Andrews up well. This is Miller. Space on the right for McNamara. Celtic can play with all the patience in the world now. Rubio with Petrov, and the corner kick has been conceded. Rubio is not too pleased about that. So once again the kick left to Alan Thompson. Stanislav Varga takes up position on the near post. Bowley at the back edge of the box, and space here for Lennon to change the angle of the delivery. Shot perhaps from Thompson, that's good play. And McKenzie took no chances. I think that was perhaps going wide, but McKenzie had to go for the ball.
Well, I think it was initially Thompson came in a little set piece work in the training ground, but I think he was a bit more adventurous, coming really into an area where he had a strong chance of getting a shot on target, and Mackenzie had to pull out the stops there just at the bottom left-hand corner.
Thompson's corner, headed away strongly there by McAllister. That goes Baldy. Just had that unfortunate slip, but got away with it with the help of Varga. Andrews gives it back to Larson, and it didn't carry through to Sutton. Crucial moments these for Livingston. If they lost a second, you would think the game was beyond them. And to draw on all their resilience here to hang on. Patient play by Celtic. Still in the crowded area though. Here's Sutton. Keno asking a lot there on Lovell. Won by Thompson for Gray. This is Lennon. Helped on by Larson. Tangle there, Rubio and Larson. The free kick goes to Livingston. On the say so, the far side assistant referee.
I would say, Joe, in circumstances, 9 out of 10 times, I'll always go to the defender. I don't know why. I was speaking as the next centre forward, but it always goes against the centre forward.
I don't really like to see the ball being escorted behind like that and the forward being held off. But here's Larson with a chance. Set up by Sutton. Larson going for the second. It just would not run for Henrik Larsson. Rubio did well again.
That's a great flick on. The result being a terrific chance for someone like Larsson, really, someone of his fame and ability, the success rate, really should have stuck that away.
Credit though to Mackenzie for a good stop, for a half stop at least. Mackenzie trying to release Lilly quickly. Support coming from Lovell, but he's beaten to that by Petrov. Asking a great deal of Miller's pace. He's got plenty of that, but did well to force a corner kick. Yet more defensive problems for Livingston coming up. More noise here coming from that far corner full of Celtic supporters. Relief too about that opening goal from Sutton. Confident take by Mackenzie. Livingston trying to create something in the Celtic half. I heard David Hay before the match indicating that he would be delighted with the draw, but to get that now, his team has to find the net. Here's McNamee. That spell with O'Brien at Blackburn Rovers after going south from St Mirren. Quite work out for him there. Trying to rebuild a career. Doing not a bad job with here at Livingston. This is Keno.
They've started getting in the game a little bit, Livingston, and now they've just got to get the balance right, Joe. Be able to push men forward, which is essential, but at the same time keep a balance and not let themselves be vulnerable for Celtic coming out in the break. And they're so quick, so accurate with their passing.
Good play by Pasquinelli, excellent play. Driven ball across, and Varga half clears. There's McNamee trying to get the ball down. Kino retrieves. This is Dorado. Thompson. That's well taken by Kino from Sutton. At least the ball stayed with Livingston off the referee's back. There's Kino again. Held off by Lennon, and the decision given is a corner kick, I think.
Well, this is it. Wonderful play here by Livingston, really, and you really should get it down to the end. He's delayed it, taking an extra touch, and the chance is gone. Good work by Celtic, just closing them down.
Petrov, kept in by Larson, and Miller almost managed to take that ball on the run. And is challenged by Sutton, roles reversed there. Good build-up play, and a very good challenge by Varga on O'Brien. Came to meet him very quickly. Stuart Lovell, the captain. Good challenge by Dorado. This is Lilly. Now O'Brien. A bit ambitious. Showing some confidence though. Got the goal this season so far, O'Brien. Trying to make it 2 here. Remember, you can text your man of the match. Text man plus your player name to 88122. See if you agree with Joe Jordan. That will put you in a free prize draw if you're the successful text man. Remember, you can email your views, thoughts and questions to football@setanta.com. We're happy to hear anything you've got to say about this afternoon's match, which for the moment is going Celtic's way, thanks to superb finishing by Chris Sutton. Great layoff there by Sutton again. Miller quickly to the ball, but couldn't squeeze it through. This is Thompson. Sutton again, looking for Larson. Oh, they're a deadly combination, these two. Thompson so far no luck in front of goal, but they really are deadly.
And so is the distribution of Thompson there. Not for the first time he's picked out Sutton, and you've got that little combination. It hasn't come to fruition yet, but it's been on the verge, you know, this Sutton-Larson situation where Larson gets on to deflects the layoffs, and you know, it's so potent. But initially all that work is started by someone like Thompson with the quality of his distribution.
Petrov looking for Thompson. Flick on from Larson, that's awkward. Mackenzie kept a very watchful eye on that. McNamee to Lilly. Well read by Balde. Oh, it was fouled, but the advantage rule is applied. Lennon for Sutton. Bit of wrestling there by Rubio, and the free kick goes to Celtic.
Rubio's got to handle that a little bit better. He's got to assess whether he can get in front of the ball. And if he can't, in that case he can't give free kicks away like that. He's just got to get himself in a position where if Sutton's control lets him down, he can nip the ball away.
Once again, Sutton trying to chest pass the ball, this time to Miller. Didn't quite come off. No free kick given as Miller goes down, tackled by Lovell. Dorado intercepting that ball intended for Larson. A lot of space again for Mike Damara at right back. Well, Celtic with the luxury of that lead now, able to pick out their passes, play patiently, try to carve out another opening. Trying to make the match secure. Certainly well tackled there by McNamee. Michael Gray with the cross. No one challenging Mackenzie. They're leaving two men up all the time. Lilly and Pasquinelli staying well upfield. But they have to try to find a way to get service to them, and that's proving difficult, Joe.
Yes, it is. I mean, the game is opened out a little bit, not with chances, but just with play. Livingston have come into the game slightly more, but the danger for me is if they get the balance wrong and push too many men forward too often, they're going to expose themselves, and Celtic will certainly capitalise on that. But I did mention the early part of the first half, you know, someone like Lilly and Pasquinelli, they have got to try and get a grip of the ball, try and bring in the midfield players who hopefully will support them if they are going to be a wee bit more adventurous than they have been.
Malquino tried to flight that towards Derek Lilly, didn't come off. Some activity down there on the bench. Manager David Hayes stayed up in that director's box. John Paul McGovern, the player coming on, former Celtic player. And an attacking creative one at that. McNamara running our blind alley there. Did well to get the throw. Screened well again by Sutton. Clean strike there by Liam Miller. Direction not quite right, made it easier for Mackenzie. Now it's Lennon for Celtic with Thompson. Try to keep Magnus Hedman warm, a bit of activity. Lovell down to Andrews. Livingston finding it increasingly difficult to link with the front men.
I think Celtic, you know, they've reasserted themselves in a different forum, Jock. You know, I think they have been solid. They've not had to push as many men forward. They've kept themselves in possession of the ball, but they are being patient, and when Livingston get the ball, they found it relatively difficult to try and press upon the Celtic back four.
So the captain, Stuart Lovell, comes off. He's not long back from injury. He's withdrawn. John Paul McGovern goes on. Celtic youth player, went to Sheffield United. The lengthy spell one, made a very good impression. And a man with a lot of skill, creative skill, and he'll play in that midfield area and trying to support the front two. McGovern's first involvement. Strong play there by Thompson. And clever play to find Sutton. McNamara has Larson ahead. Lennon being told by his supporters to hurry. And Lincoln knew perfectly well where everyone was. This is Varga. The idea was good. The execution not so good. He has come in well though, Varga, to this team, Joe.
He has settled down and he's played with confidence, but he'll be disappointed with that opening that McNamara gave him there, because if he collected the ball, if it came in with the correct weight, he was in a position to really push down on the Livingston back line and get a cross in.
Good play by McGovern. Played many times with Liam Miller, who's now in possession for Celtic. Well, Celtic will be very happy to be in front. I'm sure that Martin O'Neill would love to see a second goal and take all the pressure off and perhaps enable him to rest one or two key men. Oh, that's good movement by Miller. Early ball for Larsson! Celtic at their best.
That's terrific football. See Miller having a little look there for Larsson, and Larsson's trying to get in front of his mark and just trying to bend that ball ever so delicately over Dorada's foot there, but had got himself slightly in front of that near post there, made it a difficult chance, but marvellous build-up play by Celtic.
Dorado though gets some credit though for sticking very tight on Larsson to make it difficult.
Yeah, the Larsson in areas like that is so elusive, you know, he can lose his marker just with one step.
Keno now wide for McAllister. And the Celtic stranglehold remains on the game though in the second half. They've given Livingston precious little by way of attacking opportunities. Now McNamara. All the loose balls for the moment falling to men in green and white. And Livingston having put so much into the game so far, for a little reward. Well, no doubt be feeling the pace. Petrov with Larsson, and Petrov taken out there by Keno. That'll be a yellow card.
Yes, without a doubt. Certainly very clinical there, and it's an area that Celtic could capitalise on. Someone of Larsson's hands on the ball, looks as if he's going to try and take the benefit from it.
I wonder if he gave him his full name. Francesco Cabrera Guinevat. I wonder if he gave him all that. That would keep the referee working. I suspect he just wrote down number 12. So Larsson and Thompson over the ball. The big defenders have stayed back out of the box. It looks like a strike and goal. Well, the deflection gives a corner kick. That time it was on target all right.
Well, he's within his range here. I don't know if it was going to trouble Roddy McKenzie there.
Again, the target was Varga, the near post. Couldn't quite make contact. Well, getting towards the stage where the man of the match will be identified, so take your chance to text man plus the player's name. 88122. Header by McNamee. McGovern's pass is a good one. That's better play from Livingston. Asking far too much though of O'Brien and McGovern. McNamara well ahead of that. Keno is taking a knock. He's limping back into action here for Livingston. As Celtic come forward again. Too long in the air, surely to trouble McKenzie. Well, it did, and Roddy McKenzie will not be happy about that. There was no free kick given for Larsson's challenge. McKenzie, you can tell, is not happy about that.
Well, I'm going to defend Larson here. Mr. Ball's been putting an awful lot of fight. Mackenzie's come for it. He has got a grip, but there is the presence of Larson there. But really, I think, on reflection, I think he'll look at it and think that he maybe should have been a wee bit stronger and we taking that ball in his hands, Joe.
Yeah, I agree with you. Despite your membership of the Strikers Union, Joe, I do think you're right there. Well, Henrik Larsson troubling the keeper. Very good in the air. Not the tallest striker in the world, obviously, but extremely powerful in the air too. So back it goes towards McNamara, forced to play it quickly. Well, I wonder what Livingston can do. David Hayes on the phone there to the bench with some instructions. Alan Preston receiving his instruction. They really have to do something, I think, Joe, to change things.
Well, he's looked at his team, and in the second half they've been asked the question about a force going forward. First half, defensively as a unit, they've been first class. It's a different kettle of fish when you've been asked to go and push on and try and create a chance, create a goal against a very, very strong defence. And so far, in the second half, when that question's been put to Livingston, they failed to deliver. They've looked nice and strong, but going forward, they've lacked a little bit of imagination.
Well, there's an indication there's going to be a change made by Livingston. Macho, I suspect, will be coming on, perhaps. And that change in the Livingston setup, which appears now to be essential, is going to be made. That's sudden. Challenged by Dorado and Larson. Keno forward. Here's O'Brien. It's good support from McNamee. Testing the pace of Gray. He did well. Here's McGovern. And the block was made by Varga. Better play though by Livingston. Keeping the case that the appearance of a substitute spurs players on. Camacho is going to come on. We'll see shortly who's being withdrawn. Good ball there from Petrov to Miller. Good change of pace also. Put up there by McNamara on Lilly. That'll be a free kick, and there's trouble inside the penalty area for Livingston. One of their players is down. I think it's Dorado who has some problem. The boot was up. I wonder if this injury might change the Livingston plans, because it's Dorado who's down. It looked to be cramp actually, Joe, didn't it?
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised considering all the work that the back three, especially him, has put in. And not only that, the concentration that it takes to handle players of Sutton and Larson. So I think that is just a result of
Manu Dorado is being withdrawn, and it's Camacho who's coming on. Camacho goes straight across with instructions to take up his position on the left-hand side of midfield. And it looks as though Livingston have gone to a back four. Back four now, McNamee, Andrews, Rubio and McAllister. Protected by Keno, allowing McGovern to come to the right-hand side, O'Brien in the middle and Camacho on the left, and the front two of Lilly and Pasquinelli. Well, credit due there to David Hay for attempting a tactical alteration, and a change in personnel also, but here's Larson. Can he punish that mistake? Good goalkeeping. Push by Varga on Lilly. Last chance now to check your man of the match. Get your text message in. Man plus the player's name to 88122. Joe Jordan will be about to make his mind up. So can this new formation work for Livingston? Over hit by McNamee. His frustration was obvious after he played the pass. So the game in danger of petering out unless Livingston can lift it suddenly with its new formation.
I think Celtic would like the game to peter out. You know, I think they wouldn't like to slip up and concede a goal and throw away a couple of points, but you can never tell when the game's at 1-0. It's always on the edge, and there's always a possibility of Livingston getting back in and nicking a point. But
Keno got a vital touch there away from Petrov.
You look at both. You look at both teams, Jock, and you've got to say, even with the little bit of lift that's been given with the substitution, the change of formation, that Celtic still look the team most likely to score.
Miller turning into trouble across the area there. Keno and Miller in a tangle. The referee says play on. It looked like a foul by Miller and Keno. That's what the Livingston fans thought. And here's Thompson now. Livingston will be furious if this results in a goal. That's a foul, surely. McNamee on Thompson. So Coolidge running high with that earlier challenge. No argument about this though.
A slight mixture of desperation and tiredness creeping in there in that challenge.
Surprising though that the challenge on Keno wasn't penalised by Miller.
Well, Mr. Dallas was very close to it. It was a tackle, I wouldn't say from the back, but from the side, but he did get a clean touch on the ball.
Third attempt for Larsson. This position. Hasn't quite been Larsson's day in front of goal. He's been very lively and busy as ever, but not perhaps with the usual eye for goal. Turned away well by McNamara. Andrews had to recover quickly. Sutton was on him very fast there. A hopeful ball rather than anything else played in there, which Gray picked up for Celtic. Sutton has come to the left touchline. That's good play between Sutton and Thompson. Well, there's no real evidence yet that the change in formation for Livingston's had the desired effect.
I think Celtic have controlled it and are controlling the game. I think the possession play has been good. They haven't been over the score and trying to push forward. I think they're picking their times, and they still have it within them to get a second goal. But you know, when you've got a game with the 10 minutes to go, it's always in the balance. At 1-0, anything can happen, and Livingston have still got an opportunity.
Yeah, you're looking for Livingston now. They say, well, we're hanging on here at 1-0 down, but we're at home and we've 10 minutes left for one big supreme effort to try and get at least a point out of the game.
I think they've got to do that, Jock. You know, they've got to see that within themselves, no matter what is said to them from the touchline.
Pasquinelli, and a very good effort, right on cue. Well, as good an attempt on goal as Livingston have had.
Well, it's a lovely ball played in there. Pressure is put on, and Pasquinelli reads the situation. I think it was Capuccio really that made the helping hand there with the challenge with Baldi there. Pasquinelli there's tried to hook it, and as you say, that is encouraging. With just less than 10 minutes to go, it really should give them a bit of a spot really to put the emphasis on getting forward and try and get something out of this game.
No free kick given, Celtic in possession again. Livingston now really needing someone in the middle of the field to drive them on, you would think, to get them to believe they can save this game.
Well, normally you would look at Lovell, but well, he has been substituted, obviously because of the lack of games that he's had this season. It was a decision taken in respect to his fitness, but you're looking for someone there, either in the middle of the park or at the back, pushing his team forward.
He's in trouble. Andrews helps him out. Miscue there by McKenzie. Pasquinelli's first time ball was a good one, and McGovern a bit unlucky there as that was cut off by Thompson, attempting a first time return pass. McAllister to Lilly. Good interception made by Petrov. Lots of energy there still in midfield for Celtic. Here's Sutton. The only way trying coming across was Bill Andrews, and he did just enough to prevent progress from Sutton at the expense of a corner. Now Celtic would welcome a second goal to end the contest. Feeling which there's still going to be tension right to the end here. Varga on the near post at the 6-yard box. Marker is Lilly. Variation. Back it comes to Lennon. That's a good ball in. And there's no answer to that. A superb volley by Alan Thompson. A weak-headed clearance. And Howard was punished.
As you say, it was a variation to the corner kick. It's a half-decent header, but as that ball was played out there, I think it was Rubio really has headed it out. Alan Thompson has read the sense, he's read where the ball's going to drop, and he's got in between two Livingston players. And as soon as that has come out, there is a belief in that strike. Well, there's a venom in it. He's going to put it in the net and finish the game off.
Goal number 6 of a very productive season for Alan Thompson. I do suspect though that Oscar Rubio may look at that later and consider that his header might have been a bit more decisive.
A wee bit, I think he did well to get up and clear, but he really would want a wee bit of distance on it, you know. But in saying that, there were two Livingston players at the edge of the box.
Celtic looking for more now. Appeal to the referee in vain for a decision their way, Celtic. Well, that's two top quality finishes for Celtic, and it really makes such a difference when you have players who can produce that when the game is as tight as this one was for so long. Well, the Livingston fans reckon it's all over. They're heading for the exits. It's hard to see a way back. Clock running down, 2-goal deficit. The Celtic fans are happy. Minds perhaps now turning to Lyon in midweek. For David Hay, disappointment that so much good work has come to nothing for Livingston. So a bit of a battle there between Pasquinelli and Varga, and the referee Hugh Dallas wants a word with Varga.
Varga initially was trying to obstruct the player there, for that's still a kick, and he was rightly penalised there, but it was so obvious what he was trying to do.
Ryan plays it in, it's easy there for Lennon. McAllister forced to hurry there by Sutton. Largely pride now at stake for Livingston. They won't want to lose another one. The free kick will have to be taken in the right place. There's no one near it there.
Yeah, if they had to lose another goal, I think that would be a bit hard on Jock. You know, they have competed well, especially in the first half. I thought that the Celtic have dominated the game in the second half without really creating too many chances, but they've done it in a manner which has been very professional. I don't think they've had to use too much steam. I think they've done it in a way where they've saved their legs a little bit, and as you said, they've finished it in the way all good teams do, quality finishing.
Craig's given. Larson determined there to keep the ball in play. Livingston, to their credit, getting the ball forward quickly. Still want to get at the Celtic defence. Here's Lilly. Free kick given there. A challenge with a tough one in Pasquinelli by Baldi. And Baldi's in trouble, I think, for this. Referee Dallas is calling him over.
Well, he has caught him. I don't think it's as bad as Capuccio is making out, but I think when you get to this stage of the game, it's not just that one particular challenge by Baldi. I think it's infringements of the law over a basis of just persistently giving away free kicks.
Saying something to the referee. He's in trouble for that. A yellow card. Bit of speech play there by Jackie McNamara results in the yellow card. Gino flights it in. A bit of a dispute inside the area there going on. Lennon and Pasquinelli exchanging some pleasantries off the ball. Referee Dallas unaware of that.
It just shows you his English is improving, Joe.
Challenge there with Pasquinelli, and he's the man being attacked there by Celtic players. Lennon going strongly, and he wants to go to a one now with Pasquinelli, and that's what's happening. Lennon is going to cross to Pasquinelli. Hedman's arrived to intervene very sensibly.
Well, this I think is after the initial challenge, and Pasquinelli has gone down there. This time I've got to say that Baldi takes the ball very, very cleanly.
No problem with the tackle at all. I can't understand why Lennon wants to go and debate things with Pasquinelli after the challenge.
No, you're right. I mean, the game has been played in a very competitive manner. Good edge to it, nothing over the score, and to get into this late stage for this to creep in, the game doesn't merit it, doesn't deserve it. It's been a good football game.
Well, certainly tension's running high here at the very late stages as McNamara goes down clutching that arm. So McNamara's having to go off. Well, it's been a very tough competitive match. It's a great pity if it ends in a sour note, but when the good play was on the way, Joel, man of the match?
My man of the match will go to the guy that scored the first goal, Chris Sutton. I thought not only in the goal, but he's leading up play, he's linking up, his partnership with Larson, who I thought he's played on one or two chances, but just his general play, I think he's been excellent. He's very rarely given the ball away, and he showed what goal scoring was all about with the way he took that ball in and finished the first goal.
Well, there's going to be a change made by Celtic even at this stage in the 92nd minute. And they're going to take off. Who are they going to take off? There's four they're taking off. And McNamara, yeah, well, he's off already. So Johan Mjelby goes on to replace him. Well, they're very lucky to get a touch of the ball, I suspect. No change in the shape of the team. Mjelby's on, continuing his return from injury, getting some sharpness, but they won't get much this afternoon. The added time really is pretty well over, or there may be some extra time added on after that stoppage. Handball against Andrews. Well, the game ending on a frustrating note for Livingston, no question about that. Larson shows himself, and the interception is made by Rubio. That's O'Brien now. McGovern, heavy first touch. Handball by Sutton. Yes, free kick it is to Livingston. The referee's clearly decided at least another minute was required after that additional stoppage. Checking his watch, the referee. This may be the last attack of the match. Andrews goes up, beaten by Balde. Two strong men together. And Kino lashes the ball wide, and that may well bring the activity to an end. Indeed it does. Referee Hugh Dallas has had enough, and Celtic have the points despite spirited resistance from Livingston. Martin O'Neill, in customary fashion, acknowledges the travelling Celtic support and the full-time scoreline. Is it hard on Livingston, Joe?
No, not really. I think at the end of the 90 minutes, I think that Celtic, as an attacking force, but more into the game, wanted to win the game more in that particular.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, Jeff, I was watching Spurs Wimbledon game at White Hart Lane.
His league position